Hello, everybody. My name is Doria. I'm working for Capgemini as Salesforce consultant. And we are talking today about the Einstein as best action. Before we start the real demo, I would like to put the functionality in a global context to explain why Salesforce made this functionality. Sorry. At the beginning of the 80s, business and companies wanted to know the insights of the purchase of the clients about the products, the best region for the sales, and then they began to make some reports. Around the 90s, the reports were then numeric because it was the rise of the informatic in our world, and from this stage, we had the numeric reports. Then we had also the first user interface, and then we had the first dashboards. But it was not only about having all these insights, it was also about understanding these insights. And we needed a smart way to understand why the business was happening. So the term business intelligence comes from that fact, because it was needed to have a smart way to understand the reports. Around the 2010s, it was the rise of the predictive models. So the prediction was coupled with the business intelligence. And it was not only about why did it happen, but also why it happened, and giving them a new dimension of the future. And we are now today. Today, the information is everywhere. You can find information about your customer, about their purchase, also on the social networks. You can find a lot of information on the internet and in our own business. If you check at the... You still hear me? Okay. If you check out the Salesforce ecosystem, we can see that Salesforce made some recommendation on all the clouds. For example, you have the predictive lead scoring on the Sales Cloud, or even when it's the best moment to send your emails on marketing cloud. And also for Commerce Cloud, you can have a recommendation about which is the best product to send to my customer at this time. You have also many companies that have developed some apps available on App Exchange, like Encino. Encino is oriented to the financial sector. Cogito is analyzing your call when you're on the phone with your customer. Sorry, when you're on the phone with the customer. Cogito analyzes your conversation, and with the keywords that you say, make prediction and recommendation based on the content. And Conga analyzes the content of your contract to give you a recommendation about what's in your contract, what about the policy, what about the articles and the legal terms. So, as you can see, we have lots of recommendations coming from everywhere, because we have the information everywhere. So the trick question is, how do I incorporate all this recommendation in a single view? And the second, when I have all the recommendations in a single view, how do I propose the best action? The best action to the right person at the right moment. And the third, when I have the recommendation, okay, how do I handle quickly with this recommendation? And it's therefore, in response to the three items, that Salesforce created the next best action, because it gives you a unified model of your Salesforce and non-Salesforce information and recommendation. It displays intelligent selection of visual cards in an ergonomic way. And it uses the lightning flows to give you a quick action on your recommendation. Clear? Okay. So what we are going to see now is I will set up a strategy from scratch for the recommendation in 4 steps. First, you have to build flows. I will not show you how to build flows because it's a apart session around the flows. So let's say we have our flows. Then we make some recommendation. We link them to the flows. When we have all the recommendation, we will then set up a strategy. Set up a strategy is about to say when to display this recommendation, in which case, in which order. And the last step is to display the component here, the next best action component on your Lightning report page. Okay, demo. Sorry, become a bit. Okay. Problem with the computer, sorry. Okay. Okay. Recommendation. Recommendation is a standard object in Salesforce. If you want to set up the recommendation, you first have to activate it on your profile because by default it's hidden. The tab is hidden. Let's see first the content of this object. It's pretty simple. You have the name of your recommendation. It's for your own purpose. It's not displayed on the user interface. Then you have the description. The description is well displayed. Also the image. It's not mandatory to have an image. And then for my demo, I created 2 custom fields, the category and also the order. Okay, then for each recommendation, a user can choose either to accept the recommendation or to reject it. So you have here the labels of the 2 buttons for accept and also for rejection. And then the last, the last setup is the flow. So as I said, you have to create first your flow, screen flows, and then to link it to your recommendation. Okay. To set up the strategy. So I will show you the strategy builder. You can find it. Okay, connection. Strategy builder is accessible when you type next best action or strategy. It's the same. You are going here on this page and we are going to create a new strategy from scratch. Okay, let's call it Adventure Dreaming. And you have to choose the object because the objects give you the context of your functionality. So here, I'm going to do a demo based on the contact record. And last thing I will do is to open a tab for the contact. Okay, just save. So I said you have to drag and drop the component in your page to be able to see it. There are not many options. You have to choose the strategy, so I just created the new one. We are going from scratch, so let's change this one, and also the number of recommendations you want to display on your page. Okay. Save, back, and we should not see any recommendation at the moment because our strategy is empty. Okay. First step, load the strategy. Load the recommendation, sorry. What I will do first is to load the promotions. The promotions are here. I created a set of promotions. How do I know that it's a promotion? Because I added a custom field named category. And here you have the promotion. Okay, it's a pick list. Promotions. And what I will do is to filter the recommendation based on the category equals to promotion. Okay, that's the input and that's the output. You save, you refresh. And here you have your category. What you can do with the recommendation is to filter the order of of display on your website, on your org. Sorry. Here I have the 3 promotion. Here I have a custom field for the for the order to sort them, and I will put the here the French touch as first, just to see you, so that you can see that is impact. Okay, and here I will drag and drop a sort element. As usual, you give a label, a title, and an API. You choose the order, ascending, first, 1 is the first, and you do this for all the recommendations. It's not like in Marketing Cloud or Pardot, you have to move you don't have a connector between your elements. You need to move them, and they reconnect automatically. Okay? Save. And now we can see that the French touch is the first. Okay, this is called a branch. You can call any branch you like, or as many as you want, and from different sources. I will speak about it a bit later. So let's take another branch for the payments. For example, you want to take action if someone is overdue in their payments. Okay, like the other branch. I will make a first filter on the category and take the recommendation for the payment overdue. Okay, and as you can see here, it's sorted, but I don't want to sort the payment, so drag and drop to reorder the connectors. Okay. Okay, when we set up the component in the Lightning page, we say that we only want to display 4 recommendation, and that's why we have here. We have the 2 for the payments, and also 2 other for the global promotion. The number of recommendations are loaded from from top to bottom. So if you have here 10 recommendations, you will only see the recommendation in the payment category. But if I want to display recommendation for someone who has a payment overdue, I want to filter the recommendation based on the details of my contact. So what I will do is to add a filter. Okay, only if it's overdue. Okay, and what I will say, I will first let you see here. I have a payment status, which is a pick list with confirmed and overdue. And here I will say that I take the contact, so therefore it's important to choose your object as context, because it's then loaded in the resources that you can filter on. So here the contact, and I will say that I will take here the payment status. And it must be equal to here the overdue. Okay. And here in the next tab, the advanced tab, as you click, you have the same expression, but as you know, it's a pick list. A pick list is not a text field, so you have to add the text expression. Otherwise, it will not load any recommendation. Okay. Okay, quotes, sorry. Rearrange my recommendation, then the payments will be filtered only if it's overdue. Okay, let's see if it's working. So now I have here my recommendation before the change of my strategy. Ta-da! And if you change a field, it's like in all the components, mostly in the LWC, it's automatic refreshed everywhere on the page. It's not the same other way. So if let's say you have here an action that updates your record here, the page will not be refreshed by the flow. If you launch a flow, it will be refreshed, but via the next best action, it will not. Okay, one other element that we can use is the limit reoffer. The limit reoffer is to say, when a user click on accept or reject a recommendation, I don't want to see, the user to see this recommendation for a while. So, for example, if someone click on accept for the promotion, I don't want them to show this promotion never, or for I don't know, 10 days. Okay? So we will make a limit offer. First, before I will show you this, I will show you how it works now. So if I'm going here for the French touch, okay, it's not in a flow. It creates an opportunity. Finish. That's great. And if I refresh, the recommendation is still there. But if I choose to make an opportunity based on the recommendation for a promotion, I only want to make it one time, not 2 times. So I will limit the reoffer and use. If the user accepts the recommendation 1 time, I will hide the recommendation for 90 days. Always the same. You have to rearrange all the elements. I hope it will be better in the next release. Okay, so we load the promotion. We take only the promotion that has not been clicked as accept. In the remaining promotion, I will sort with the order custom field, and then we'll output. Okay. No more. So you have on others other functionality in your flow. It's a bit short, 20 minutes to explain the others. But for example, you have here functionalities to load recommendation via Apex method. It's possible. You can request Einstein to have the Einstein discovery, to have the recommendation. You can also invoke an Apex method to I don't know to generate or to update a field to make a more complex logic in your flow. The limit reorders we have seen, the map. The map will be the last example. Okay, I will load the last category. So, no. As you can see, it's a bit tricky. Huh? It's not very intuitive. Okay. So I am here a recommendation because I have to call my customer at least every quarter. And what I will do is to add a dynamic text to my recommendation. It's called a map. It's a kind of overwriting of your recommendation. It's on the recommendation fields itself. So the description. And what I will do is to say, okay, the description is equal to the description, and I will add the record form at the end of the sentence, and it's written a text value. Okay. And refresh. And here you have the phone, and the phone is coming from there. Still working? Yes. Okay, why it's called Einstein, this best action? Because all we have seen is never to see with Einstein, in fact. I don't know. Really, I don't know what they call it Einstein as best action. I spoke this morning with the Einstein team, and they told me that it's foreseen to add more and more function. Yes, more and more functionality to this future. But as I said, you can invoke Apex method to query the Einstein discovery or to add the prediction builder fields to your recon. Make strategy based on this field. They say I have to go. So 500 requests per month maximum. You can see the image when you test your recommendation. As I said, it's not updating the record when you make it. There is no formula yet, so I had to type it manually. So it's a bit tricky, and also it's limited for the moment at the screen flows. But in the release, the new release note for the winter, they added the auto launch flow. That's a good point. They also improved the strategy in global and do redo function. Also text fields in formula. I don't know what it's called. The pick fields. I don't know to have to type all the formula. And also, yes, you can now package your strategy and push it on the Apex. You can do this by manage or unmanage package. I will post this presentation on my own profile, and you can take a picture if you want. I recommend to check first this video. It gives you a great overview about all you can see and do with the recommendation, and you also have a success dedicated group, trailhead, little trailhead modules, and the help. It was very helpful for me. Questions? Yes.
Can you have a count on how many times people accepted the recommendation?
Yes.
Like to know which one is useful.
Yes, it's provided with a report. You have to create a custom report, but it's possible to have insights on click, rejection, exception. Yes.
We need Einstein instance to use this feature, or it's not?
No, you don't need it. If you you have 5,000 queries per month for free. If you are over the 500, then you have to pay specific licenses. Not Einstein, but I don't know the name of the license. Yeah, it's paid.
So on the promo, you ordered it in terms of all of your promotions able to display. But for the other things like the payment link, for example, that appears above the promotions. Is that just the way it's laid out on the screen? Does it reflect the order that they appear on the page?
Concerning the sorting and the limitation of recommendation in the branch, you can make a global sort on all your branches, and you can also say, I want to see the first element in all my branches. So if it matches one recommendation in the first branch, then it will leave the others. And you can also limit the number of recommendations by branch. Okay, one last word before we go to the last session. Me and my colleague there, yes, him. We are organizing first Dreaming in Africa. So if you enjoy this kind of events in Paris, you're welcome to join us in Casablanca in October 19th.